We're here at the Real Lesson Center for Double Down. In Double Down, we're gonna cover board starts, riding both directions, and we're gonna end with self-rescue. So Becky, tell me about your last session.
Well, my last kiteboarding session, I was doing okay flying the kite, but I was having trouble going both directions.
Okay, so you would basically fly the kite, and how long could you ride?
Not very long. It was a pretty short distance.
Okay, and so could you ride both directions?
Yep.
All right, cool. So you're getting short rides both directions. Well, that's perfect for double down. At this level, what we want to do is really focus on the kite control, getting the board on our feet, doing those board starts, and then once you get up on the board, pumping the kite, cycling the kite, and getting extended rides. Tell me about the equipment you selected.
We have a regular twin tip board, we have a 9-meter kite, and then a light wind board, just in case the wind dies.
Perfect. Got our harnesses right here, booties are on the jet ski, so it's really nice to have a variety of equipment. We're going to find that this light wind board might become an effective tool just in case the wind changes. We want to completely re-rig a new kite. We'll just go up to the supersized board and keep riding. All right, so let's get set up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing there?
Pumping up my kite.
You're at the Real Lesson Center. We've got compressors. Come on, let's do it the easy way. Much better, huh?
Much easier.
So you've rigged a bunch of gear. Just as always, we always want to find the wind orientation so the wind's at our back. You can hold this kite into the wind. I'm going to flip it over, and then we're going to rig our lines upwind. We want to set up our lines into the wind. So the wind's coming over our back. Perpendicular to the wind is like this. So launching the kite by the water, keep the kite low and go. So we're going to unravel our lines straight into the wind because we have enough space. If you're at a beach, I'm sure you've been to some beaches by now where the beach isn't wide enough to go straight into the wind or the orientation is not quite right. You can approach the kite from the side with the lines, but just make sure when you come right up to it, always approaching the kite with the lines from the leading edge. All right, so let's unravel our lines. We'll separate them and get it hooked up. All right, Becky, I'm gonna use my legs to separate the lines. And then you can help me untwist them just by gripping the lines and walking out in front of me. You want to separate the inside lines from the outside lines. Just untangle these here, run our fingers through them, good. Okay, so I'll have you take that one over there, put the centers down, then bring the kite over the center lines. All right, so come on around, help me set up the center lines. Double check your bridle. Bridle looks clear. Nice and tight. Okay, see this line here, how it's on top of the leading edge? Let's just make sure it goes underneath the leading edge. Okay, and then I'm gonna walk the lines from this side down to the bar. This is a quick little double check, so I'm gonna walk down here. Okay, nice. So our outside lines are clearly separated. All right, let's go back, get the rest of our gear, go kiteboarding. Here's your harness. We are ready to hit the water for double down.
Let's go.
All right, come on. In double down, we're gonna review the wind window, put the kite and board together, ride in both directions, and then finish with self-rescue. We wanna start out by reviewing the wind window. We've got a safe location with no obstructions. We're in waist deep shallow water, and there's really nothing around. So we've got consistent wind. We're gonna practice tracing that edge of that wind window. We're gonna start at 12, slowly work the kite down to the edge of the water at 9, then bring the kite back to 12. From 12, we're gonna go back down the other side to 3. After you've done this a few times, you're gonna start practicing launching and landing. Practicing launching and landing in these locations is really, really safe. So use this time to get that 100% dialed. Let's review body dragging upwind. Bring the kite down to the side of the wind window, sheath the bar in, stick your arm out, and go across the wind. Once you get to your spot, sheath the bar out, bring the kite to neutral position, and change directions. Practice this a few times, going left and to the right. It's a good way to warm up, get comfortable with the kite, see how windy it is, and start getting comfortable with that sheeting system again. Now that we've got our kite control back, it's time to put the kite and board together. Let's go kiteboarding. Make sure that you have good kite control and can fly the kite blind. If you can fly the kite blind with one hand, that means you can use that other hand to grab the board. Lean back and sit down so you can bring your feet up. As you bring your feet up, hold the handle in the center and put one foot in the foot strap at a time. With both feet in the board, you're going to start to feel resistance of that kite slowly pulling you downwind. Equal pressure on both feet is going to ensure that you're not spinning around. With both hands on the bar, she's going to initiate the power stroke of the kite. Cycle the kite 2 to 3 times to get your board speed equal to your kite speed. Once you start going, lean back into the harness and enjoy the ride. When you feel the power of the kite, roll up on that board. Bring your hips close to your feet and roll up. If your legs are straight, you're going to push out of that water and not get out of the water. As soon as you roll up, extend your front leg and lean back. If you don't have quite enough power and you're not up on the water surface, pump the kite deeper into the wind window. Remember, vertical pumps, straight up, straight down. That's going to give you max power. To stop, sheet the bar out, bring the kite to neutral, and lean back. Once you've gone a short ride in one direction, it's time to switch directions. Riding the opposite direction is really easy. Don't overthink it. Bring your hips in towards your heels, pump the kite on the opposite side of the wind window, roll up on the board, and start riding. Cycle the kite to keep going at first, and once you get going, you can park the kite and ride behind it. Practice riding both directions, and then walk back to where you started. This is a great time to review water relaunch. Step 1, let go of the bar. Step 2, reach up and pull the outside line. Step 3, as the kite comes to the side of the wind window, grab the bar with both hands and sheet in. Step 4, steer the kite off the water just like you were launching and landing. Make sure to grab red on left. This will make sure the kite flies properly even if the lines are crossed. To extend your rides, you want to be able to park the kite. With the kite about 45 degrees off the water, it allows you to get that balance between too much lift and too much pull. Once you get that balance, you can lean in the harness and start to edge the board properly. Becky's going to practice self-rescue because we have ideal conditions. And we want to practice this self-rescue so we have it dialed in, so when we're in an emergency, we know how to do it. We're going to start self-rescue by bringing the kite to the neutral position. With the kite overhead at neutral, we pull the release and let the kite flag out off of one line. As the kite falls down to the water, it's going to sit there and might spin and just wait till the kite lays down flat on the water. Once the kite is flat down in the water, that's when Becky's going to start walking hand over hand that one line up until she gets to the control bar. As she reaches the control bar, she wraps that one line and secures it down on the control bar so that kite cannot fly by any means. One line is significantly shorter than the other 3 lines, making sure that that kite cannot go in the sky. We're going to take all 4 lines and wrap those 4 lines onto the bar in a figure 8 fashion. Reach out, grab a full hand of lines, pull them in, wrap it around the bar. You can bring the bar right into your hip, and that's going to give you some good leverage to reach up and pull those lines in. You're pulling that kite closer to you, and in a deep water scenario, you'll be drifting towards the kite. Once you get to the kite, figure 8 those lines onto the bar, wrap them so those are secured down. Now we have our kite, and this can be our safety device. We're going to take the kite, bring one wingtip under the water, pull that kite in so that we have one wingtip flying. We can either hold onto that bridle or the loop on the wingtip and let that kite bring us in towards the shore. Always stay with the kite because this is your flotation device. Hopefully you never have to know how to use this, but if you practice it, then if you get into an emergency, you're sure that you're going to be safe.